So I went to swap my card. This guy came off at, what store is this? I'm not going to put you on YouTube or anything. Raceway 280.
It's just so crazy because we never been.
I just don't.
Welcome to Cpers School on how to get a 70% return in the food and beverage industry. As some of you may know, Cpers been spreading this big, huge fib that he owns 4 nightclubs, 4 successful nightclubs, and they're so successful he don't have to work at them. He can set on live streams from crackheads and toothless liars that have like 200 subscribers and set on those live streams every night, 5 nights a week, and not miss any of them, and while these bars are just out there making money for him. And he don't even have to be involved in them. He don't have to go close them. He don't have to open them. He don't have to clean them. He don't have to go count the register. That's all. He pays people to do that, right? He also claimed these places are only open a couple nights a week. He said on, and this is how his lie got exposed. Now, all of us, like, again, with an IQ above 2, knew he was lying from the get. But the cracksquadians believed him. So this video is for the cracksquadians, the dumb people that believed him. He said he would make $50,000 a week profit. If you take $50,000 a week times 4, that's $200,000 a month. And he said that he spent $35,000 in operating costs. So that is, folks, a 70% return in the food and beverage industry. But that's not even the point we're going to make here. The point we're going to make here is how absurd these numbers are. So at $200,000 a month, with a $35,000 operating cost, that would leave him $165,000 profit. Now, we're not even talking gross. Gross would be 3 times that number. He's saying this is profit. So that leaves him $165,000 profit. Now, you all know that we live in a free market society where you're forced to compete with your competitors. For example, if Joe's Tire Shop charged $20 to mount a tire, then Bill's Tire Shop across the street wouldn't be able to charge $80 to mount a tire. He'd have to charge $20 as well, or somewhere near that. He might be able to charge, a little bit more, but not much, right? Same way with a gas station. If one gas station's charging $8 a gallon for gas, and the one across the street's charging $3 a gallon for gas, the one charging $8 is going to go out of business because everybody's going to go where it's $3 a gallon. Okay, that's the free market system at work. The market sets the price. There's an expected price of what you'll pay for a long neck bottle of beer. Okay, and you might be able to get a little more than the average, but you're not going to be able to get a lot more for the average, especially in a competitive market like Nashville, where you've got bars everywhere. If you go in a bar and they want to charge you some exorbitant amount for a bottle of beer, you're going to go to the bar next door, where you're going to pay the normal price for a bottle of beer. So let's give him every benefit of the doubt and claim that he's making $2 per profit per bottle of beer. Now, that's unheard of, but we're going to give that to him just because I want to drive this home how silly these numbers are. So $2 profit per bottle of beer. That would mean he sold, let's just take the $165,000 profit he claimed he made, and let's divide that by the $2 profit per bottle of beer. So $165,000. And we're going to divide that by $2. And that leaves us with the number of 82,500 bottles of beer sold. So in order to make $165,000 profit selling beer, you would have had to have sold 82,500 bottles of beer at a $2 profit. Now, let's go ahead and divide that by 4 so we can see how many bottles of beer he sells a week. So we're just going to go ahead and divide that by 4. That means he's selling 20,625 bottles of beer at a $2 profit per week. He claimed the clubs were only open 2 or 3 nights a week. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say 3 nights a week. So now let's divide that by 3. That means he sold 6,875 bottles of beer each night that he was open. So every night that he was open, he sold 6,875 bottles of beer. Do you realize that's a semi-truckload of beer, right? For every night he's open. You understand, we're working with his numbers. This is the crap he said, because he lacks even the entry-level knowledge of small business theory. So, how could you sell 6,875 bottles of beer a night? Let's see how ridiculous that can be. So let's say each customer drank 10 beers. Well, we know that's unrealistic, but I'm trying to give him the full benefit of the doubt. So let's say every customer that came through his nightclub bought 10 bottles of beer. So let's go ahead and divide this by 10. That means 687 people bought 10 beers each night he was open. Do you see how ridiculous it begins to become? Just the numbers that he's throwing out there are impossible, kids. Absolutely impossible. These are all, I mean, grossly stretched just to give him the benefit of the doubt. It would be more like you're making maybe $1.10 per beer. So these numbers would be way higher than that. And then if you looked at the gross, if he's making $165,000 profit, his gross would have to be $365,000. So I feel sorry for you guys that believed his fairy tales. It's a shame that you're so low IQ that you don't have sense enough to go check things. You just believe things knee-jerk. And yet, if someone disagrees with you, they could literally show you video of something and you'll deny it exists. It's shocking to me how so many completely stupid people were able to find each other on the internet. Out of 390-some million people in the United States, 25 of the dumbest people on earth found each other on the internet. And it's amazing. But yeah, in order for Cpers' number to be realistic, 687 people would have to come to his bar and buy 10 beers. And that's just one of the 4 he claims he owns. We all know it's a big fairy tale. Just based on the numbers he was throwing out there proves he lacks even an entry-level knowledge of anything small business related. And so, Crack Squad, congratulations on yet another one of you guys making an absolute fool of yourself.
You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're grade A, #1, bona fide, first class. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're grade A, number one, bona fide, first class. You're a dumbass.